We are recording.
All right. Well, welcome everybody to our call tonight. And I always like to start off by saying it is no accident that you're here, that we're here together. And so obviously somebody has invited you to this call. And if you are a guest, they saw in you. I don't know if everybody's muted. They saw something in you that they knew you would make an amazing coach. Whether you're already in a challenge group, whether you're just an acquaintance of the person that invited you, they see something in you. And so thank you for spending some time with us tonight so that we can just chat about what it is to be a Beachbody coach and what this opportunity is about. We love being able to create a team of people who help others with their health and fitness and to create a movement in doing so. So a little about me. Again, my name's Amber Bailey. I have been a coach for 9 years, which is crazy because my career before this was teaching. I was a teacher. I have a degree in school administration, and I thought that I totally wanted to do that forever. And then my first son came along and everything changed, right? So your world changes, your perspective changes. And I was just desperate to be able to do something that I could do from home and still be a mom, a stay-at-home mom to my boys. And we later had another son. So I am a single mom to 2 boys, 12 and 9. And this is a new chapter in our lives together. So it's, a little interesting even for me to say that out loud, but this business is amazing because it evolves with you through life's challenges, through the ups and downs. And so over the last 9 years, what I kind of want to hit on tonight, my story is it's physical, it's emotional, it's financial, it's all of those different things. However, what I want to hit on is that this started for me because I have lost a sense of self. And I think at the root of all of it, I was searching for something. Things were difficult, things were hard. And I just felt like, God, you gave me all of these gifts, and I know that there's something more here. I know that you have something more for me. I don't know what it is, but what is it? And so basically, he was asking me to take better care of myself, take care of you, and I'll take care of the rest. And so that's really the beginning of my journey. And so as I started to gain strength and to gain confidence, because I was starting to take better care of myself, my first program was Chalene Extreme. So if you've been around for a while, maybe you know that program, but it's one of the older ones, but it just restored something in me. And then as I looked around, I saw these other women who were doing the same thing, and they were healthy and confident, and they had fun, and they spent time together. And I wanted that community, and I wanted to be able to use my gifts. And so as I kind of gained my own strength and confidence back, I got a little glimpse of what I was capable of. And so I knew that this was something that would allow me to use my gifts and my leadership and my purpose in helping other people develop that same thing within them. And so I went for it. I went for it during a time where I was actually went back to teaching. I had been home for 3 years, went back to teaching. I had kind of tabled coaching for a little bit, but that year that I went back showed me that I absolutely wanted to be home. And so I dug my heels in, ran my first challenge group in October of 2011, and have not looked back since. And so other than that, y'all, I love shopping. I like to travel. Honestly, though, before Beachbody, I had never flown by myself. So I got on a plane on my first summit, which is our yearly conference. I got on a plane and flew to LA by myself. And that was huge. But there's been many more adventures and many more trips and things that I've gotten to do and adventures that I've gotten to take just because of this business. I love coffee, and my faith is very important to me, and so that comes through with my coaching as well. So we can go, yeah, thanks, Joy. So this is a recent picture. I know that this is such a tricky time for all of us for a variety of reasons. And I don't know where you are right now or what situation you may be in, and we want to respect that, whatever that looks like for you. But I just want to say that hope is not canceled. Dreams are not canceled. There is still opportunity here for you to grab hold of your dreams and your purpose and your vision for your life. This is a picture. I just bought a home. So like I told you before, being a new single mom, this is a new journey and a new chapter for our family. And so it is not normal for a single mom to be able to buy a home during a pandemic and to be able to continue to provide above and beyond for her family. And so I think the smiles on our faces say a lot, but there's a lot of joy in this picture, and it's 9 years in the making. And so if I can just share anything tonight, it's that hope is not canceled, and that you do have an opportunity to use what you've been given to help other people and change your life as well. So go to the next one. Good. Okay. So aside from all of that, I want to talk to you for a second about Team Beachbody. I think it's helpful to understand where Team Beachbody came from. So you're going to hear stories tonight of my story or Joy's story or pieces of each of our stories. But the Team Beachbody story is significant. And so in 1998, Carl Deichler and John Condon started Beachbody. And it was not Team Beachbody. There was no business opportunity at this time. It was just Beachbody. And they had these programs that may be familiar to you. I still have customers that come in and say, oh my gosh, I did Slim and Six back in the day. I totally remember that. Or I did P90X. I mean, everybody knows who P90X is because there were infomercials all over the place, right? Between that and Insanity. And so they had these amazing programs, and people were getting results. They were getting amazing results. And so the message, they had these message boards back then, and people were logging on and commenting and helping each other. This is way before Facebook or any challenge group or anything like that. There were no coaches at this time. But these programs were impacting people's lives, and people were helping each other. And so at that point in time, Carl and John were like, okay, there is something to this. And so they decided to launch the network. And they decided to launch a business opportunity where people could make money and make an income simply by helping other people, by doing a program and getting results and helping other people do the same thing. And that it's the most beautiful part of what we do is when you have hope restored in your life, you get to turn around and share that with somebody else, and then they share it with somebody else, and before you know it, you have a world on fire of people who are truly equipped and strong and confident because they are healthy and they feel good. And so the opportunity with Team Beachbody started in 2007. And then you can see along came Shakeology around 2009, 2010. My coach journey started in 2011. So you can see Turbo Fire right there. I think I made everybody in my first group do Turbo Fire, which I do not suggest that approach. But you can see that we develop these programs, and they're developed by experts in fitness and nutrition, and they are designed to get people results. I can look back over my 9 years as a coach and see that we had these seasons of intense growth. And so when I look back at some of these programs, I look at 21 Day Fix, and I think about that season, like, wow, we exploded during that time. And so, Insanity, that was a huge program for us. 2015, we launched, since obviously DVDs are kind of a thing of the past at this point, we had to evolve. And so we evolved by launching Beachbody On Demand. And so you probably, if you're on this call, you're aware of what that is. It's like the Netflix of fitness. There is literally a program for anybody, for everybody, depending, whatever their need is, whatever their goals are. A lot of my clients kind of like their fitness journey evolves because they may
I can't see the video
and continue with something that is more difficult or more challenging as time goes on, or they add the nutrition piece in. We've launched into different countries, so we're not just in the US and Canada, but we're also in the UK and now France, with more to come, hopefully, right? And so you can see that there's just an amazing catalog, not just of workout programs, but we've got the performance line. We've got, as I mentioned, Shakeology. We've got so many different things, and we can bundle those together to help people get their fitness on track, get their nutrition on track, and have the accountability and support that they need to get the results that they're after. So this is all very exciting. So Shakeology, if you don't know what Shakeology is, it's a supplement that is a dose of dense nutrition. For me personally, this was a catalyst for better nutrition. So I was not feeding my body with great things when I started my journey, and it has been a process, and Shakeology was at the very beginning of that process. So instead of like feeding myself Diet Coke and M&Ms at 3 o'clock every day just to keep myself going, replace that with Shakeology. And it really put some amazing like nutrition that supported me, that combated the stress and all of the things that life throws our way, helped with my digestion and my energy level. And so I think that Shakeology is such an amazing thing for everybody to add to their day, whether your goal, no matter what your goal is. It's flexible because you might be using it as a snack, you might decide to use it for your breakfast. No matter where you use it, it is just chock full of amazing nutrition that helps your body get healthy, with the side effect being, maybe losing weight or increasing energy and just getting yourself on track. So I think that was the end of what I'm going to talk about tonight. So it has been an honor to share with y'all. Beachbody coaching has changed my life in every single way. So I'm going to introduce Monica Taylor. She is an amazing coach. I'm not going to do an intro because she's going to intro herself. But I'm excited for you to hear from her. She's an amazing mom. So Monica, I don't know if you are on, but
I'm here.
Yay! Take it away.
Hi guys. How are you? I am just so grateful that you guys have decided to join us tonight and just be here. So thank you for taking the time out of your night. Like Amber said, my name is Monica Taylor. I have been a coach for almost 8 years now in September, which literally blows my mind. It feels like yesterday. So a little bit about me and my story. I am married to my husband, Eric. We are actually celebrating our anniversary tomorrow. I am a mom to 6 babies. I have 4 boys, 12, 6, 5, a daughter in heaven, a 2-year-old little boy, and then just more recently, our last child and little girl, Olivia, who is 6 months old. So I am busy by all means. And when we are not living quarantine life, we are living at every sporting event and activity known to mankind. But before Beachbody, before all of this, I was a high school English teacher and volleyball and basketball coach. And like many of you, I started this journey because I was in a really dark and deep place. I struggled with anxiety and depression. I only had 1 little boy at the time, and I was about 30 pounds overweight, and I had tried anything and everything that you can name HCG drops, pills, wraps, I did it all, and nothing worked. And so I got approached to jump into a challenge group, which maybe you've been a part of. I wanted absolutely nothing to do with the coaching side of things, knew nothing about coaching, but as we all know, teachers don't make a lot of money, and I was drowning in student loan debt, and so I just simply wanted the discount on Shakeology. And so I jumped in for the discount, and within 30 days, I started with one of those programs that Amber was talking about. I was doing Turbo Fire with this blonde, bouncy lady that I had never heard of before in my living room at 4 o'clock in the morning before I was heading in for practice. And I lost 15 pounds my first month. And people just started naturally asking me what I was doing. And about 4 months into this journey, we found out we were pregnant with our second son. And that's where things started to really change. He was born 2 weeks premature and was born with a congenital heart defect that we didn't know about until he got here. And when he was 6 weeks old, we ended up in the hospital. And from about the time that he was 6 weeks old until he was 3 months old, we were in and out of the PICU for about 65 days. And he ended up having stomach surgery at 3 months old and open heart surgery at 6 months old. And so you can imagine as a mom, how scary that was. As a teacher, I was on maternity leave and I didn't know what that looked like. And I had this community that had kind of rallied around me and really lifted me up during that time. And I decided then that I didn't want to miss. I didn't want to have to worry. And that's where my coaching journey really kind of took off. I wanted to be present with my sons because I knew we were going to have more surgeries. I knew we were going to have hospital stays and therapy appointments. And I didn't want to have to worry about taking off of work because teachers have like 10 days for the whole year. And we had always used those through like October. And so I dove in, and I always say God puts us in the right position at the right time for what he has aligned, because as soon as I made that decision to go all in with this opportunity, we found out we were pregnant with number 3. So they are 13 and a half months apart. So it was no accident that God led me to that decision. And here we are 8 years later, and I have been able to, my why has evolved from being present at those appointments and at those therapies and doctors and hospitals. Thankfully, we haven't had to be in the hospital a lot over the course of the last couple of years, to being present with my kids, but yet still helping financially impact my family. As we sit here now, I'm so grateful. Insert income disclaimer. I'm sure Joy will talk about that later, but I have been able to help my family while my husband's been home for the last 6 weeks. And so it has been a joy and an honor to know that I can do something that fulfills my purpose and my passion, but still be present with my kids. I needed something for me. And so that brings me to what we do as coaches. We get to share our fitness and nutrition with mobile platforms, and we get to dream. Before Beachbody, I didn't dream. Like maybe some of you are sitting there, especially right now. And like Amber talked about, dreams and faith and hope, those are not put on hold. And so I get to wake up, and as coaches, we get to wake up every single morning with a passion and a desire to show up and help someone. And we know that these programs work. They have literally and figuratively changed my life. And so our mission, if you want to flip for me, Joy, is to, really bring a team together who is passionate about helping others with their health and fitness. We are sharing this opportunity with you right now because we know it is needed. We have heard from so many of you, especially over the last few months, and we've seen so much growth because people are needing that change. People are needing that hope. And so maybe you are looking for that change, and maybe you are looking for that new opportunity. And so we do that using the tools that we have available. Amber talked a lot about the effective programs that we work. You guys, it's not about a quick fix. It's about creating a healthy, sustainable life. I have been through 5 postpartum journeys, always using our programs and drinking Shakeology. And so we know that they work. And so we have 2 nutrition programs that we get to talk about. Maybe you've heard about the portion fix container system, where she literally walks you through and teaches you the correct portions to eat and how much of and when. And then we have our 2B Mindset program that was created by our registered dietitian and nutritionist who was overweight herself and wanted to create a program that helped people not feel like they had to withhold stuff or feel that guilt and that shame, and really work on the concept of mindful eating. And then we just launched a brand new platform a couple of weeks ago called BOD Groups that allows us to connect with you on a platform outside of social media and outside of Facebook. And so we can share messages and log our workouts and log our Shakeology and keep track of our measurements, and really stay connected as a community outside of social media. And so if you're like, oh, I just don't want to be on Facebook, this is a great way for you to do that. And so we have training and support. Beachbody gives us so much, y'all, to help us be successful, but you're also going to get the team support. You know, our team pages where we do announcements and recognition. I have never been a part of something that recognizes literally everything. And it's a great feeling. Like as teachers, you know, you see the teacher of the year and the teacher of the district, but with us, we literally celebrate everything from the moment you get started. We have an online interactive office that allows us to keep track of customer orders and your goals and the things that you're wanting to do. And then we have a great share cart feature, which, you know, before when we were out at baseball games and a mom asked me to connect or saw a group that I had been posting about, I could literally get her set up right then and there, and just shoot the link over to her for her to get started. And so I've got a quick video really quick. Y'all get your tissues ready. I don't ever not shed a tear when it comes to this video. So take a look at a little bit more about BOD groups. I love that. And it never gets old, because I'm so thankful that Beachbody is constantly evolving and giving us tools to help us be successful. And that brings me to the last point. I've touched on pretty much all of these, but when we talk about coaching, we talk about these 4 pillars, and they're really the foundation of what it is that we do. And the first one is be proof that the product works. And that means we're showing up for us. We made an investment in ourselves. We made an investment in, our lifestyle. And so we are showing up for our workouts. We are sharing that with our accountability groups. We are drinking our Shakeology, and we're inviting others to join us, just like you would do if you went to a great restaurant or saw a movie that you wanted to share with your best friend. Like, you instantly start doing that. And when you get into our groups and you start feeling amazing, it's a natural occurrence that you start sharing with those around you. And the third one is we get results. We create that healthy, sustainable lifestyle. We help people get started with their programs and finish them. You know, like Amber talked about, the whole reason this opportunity evolved was because they saw a need for helping people not only start the program, but finish it and get results. And then the last one is probably the most life-changing game changer of what we do, and that's personal development. And that's really just growing as a person in our mind, as a leader, honing in and developing on those skills that we want to get better at. And that is what has changed the most for me. The person that used to be a negative Nancy is really working on that growth mindset. And so with that, I'm going to allow our next guest to kind of share her story as a new coach. So I'm so excited to welcome Sarah to the call. Sarah, are you on here?
I am. I'm here.
Okay, perfect. Sarah, take it away.
Hi guys, I'm Sarah. I signed up with Beachbody back in August because I saw my coach. I've been following her for a few years, and I kept saying no. I tried everything, like past girls had said, the wraps, the pills, tried it all, nothing worked. So I finally signed up with her, and when I really kind of just jumped headfirst into it was back in February. After the holidays were done, I finally decided to just jump in and get started. I got onto Bar Blend is what I started with. And so between then and now, I'm down about 25 inches and 20 pounds. For the last 2 years, I've been over 200 pounds. And for me, that was a huge deal. So I've finally come below that mark. So that was big for me. As far as coaching goes, I mean, it really took stepping out of my comfort zone. I've been, an EMT for years, so I'm very good with talking to people. But when it came to, helping people on this type of level, I never knew that something like this was something I could enjoy so much. So I, stuck to the business tracker. It was a very, it's scheduled for me. I'm a very type A person. I like schedules. I like lists. I like organization. And so having that in front of me was what helped me really move my business forward. So I technically signed up in August, but my real birth date, as some people will call it, was April 4th. So just a little over a month ago, that was when I signed up my first coach. And since then, I have signed up, I think I have about 10 coaches under me now, and I am almost on my way to Diamond. So in my very first month, in 26 days to be exact, who's counting, I hit SC16. And for me, I never thought that was something that was possible. So being able to help other people while working on myself has been something that's been life-changing for me. And that sounds cliche, but it really has. I've been able to work on myself and get to a place mentally and physically that I haven't been in a long time. And to see other people do that as well and get those notifications from girls of, hey, I'm down 10 pounds or I'm down 7 pounds. Like, it makes me feel so good to know that, because I reached out to them and because I got out of my comfort zone and said, hey, this is what I've been doing. Is this something that you'd want to try? Because I reached out of my comfort zone and I connected with all these girls and all of my friends, to see all of them getting these results just is so humbling to me. So when it comes to coaching, don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is a great place. Great things happen there, but better things will happen outside of your comfort zone. So following that business tracker and just getting it done and just going head first and saying, you know what, I'm going to do this, has been great. Some of my friends know I got a puppy a couple months ago. Well, last week, my puppy had a puppy. Very unexpected. We didn't know she was even pregnant. I took her in thinking she had a UTI. And my vet called me. She's like, no, she's pregnant. So that ended up being $700 that we had to fork up immediately. And because of Beachbody, I was able to have enough of an income to be able to pay that and not have to think twice about it. So financially, what this business has brought for me is just starting to get that financial freedom that I've been longing for a long time. My husband's a cop and I'm an EMT, but between us, we haven't been getting a lot of overtime because of all this COVID stuff. So having this business on the side has just been a godsend for us. So that's my story.
Oh my gosh, Sarah, you're amazing. I want to be best friends with you forever right now. You are amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your story. And you've inspired me tonight, so I'm sure you've inspired everyone else.
I never thought it was possible. The moment I hit it, and I'm like, okay, if I can do it, so can all of you guys.
That's the beauty of this business. Like some of us have an enrollment date, and then we have a open for business date. And the moment that the mental switch flips, everything can change. It is just a matter of a decision. So I'm super proud of you, and thank you for sharing your story tonight.
Of course, I'm happy to be on. Thanks for inviting me.
You got it, sister. All right. Before I dive in, I'm going to just go ahead and get the income disclaimer out of the way because we're going to be talking a lot about income and how you make money as a coach. So just to be official, Beachbody does not guarantee any success or income. It's all based on your diligence, effort, and skill. You can always go to our Coach Online office for a statement of earnings. and reference that. But now that we've got that out of the way, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Joy, and I am one half of the Joy and Andrew Bowen crew. Yes, I am a breast cancer survivor, and Andrew has survived severe atrial flutter himself, and this was all prior Beachbody. When I was looking for a solution for my health, it was on the back end of my breast cancer diagnosis, and I really did feel like an alien in my skin. I didn't fit into my clothes. I hated my closet, and I reached out to my friend who had been, doing these Beachbody challenge groups for like years, 7 years, I think. At that point, she had been a coach, and I got started with a program called PIO with Shalene Johnson. And I signed up as a customer, innocently shared about it on Facebook. I had a few friends reach out and say, hey, we want to jump in that group with you. Stephanie, my amazing mentor, then said, you know what, you should sign up as a coach so you can get the referral income. And at that point, Andrew and I have been through 2 major health crisis moments, both requiring hospital stays. And quite honestly, we were in a lot of medical debt. And so the idea of a couple $100 back in our pocket for having some referrals come our way was the most incredible blessing. I worked for a nonprofit organization at the time, so I made a nonprofit salary. And the interesting part about that is I had no intention of doing anything else with this business, except that first $200 paycheck opened my eyes and gave me hope for the very first time in about 7 years. Working for a nonprofit organization that I absolutely loved. I loved their mission. I loved the leadership. But I had capped out on my earning. There was no growth or opportunity for advancement. I worked remotely away from the entire team that was in Atlanta. And if I wanted to have growth opportunity, I would have had to be open to relocate, and that just wasn't going to happen. And so years and years of just being in this stagnant role and not really feeling like that I was being paid my worth, I always felt like there was just more for me to do, that there had to be something else. But as a breast cancer survivor in my 40s, I was like, who the heck is going to hire a breast cancer survivor in her 40s? Like, for real. And every opportunity that I interviewed for, the door would shut. And so when I got that first paycheck from Beachbody, I was like, oh my, I did this like in very small pockets of time, helping a few people. And I realized I didn't have to wait for permission or promotion. I could work in purposeful pockets of time. I could promote myself and create my own opportunity. I could give myself a raise. And so I remember a conversation around our kitchen table where I asked my husband, I'm like, gosh, like, what if I'm really supposed to do this? Like, not only is it going to help women reduce their breast cancer risk, but like, this could actually be the thing that gives me a new purpose. And he's like, yeah, I don't know why you're debating. So I decided to go all in and not even like evaluate things until a year later. I knew that this business was going to take a compounding amount of effort over time. Like, I could do small pockets of time and that would be fine, but I knew I had to be consistent and I had to be dedicated. And so from day one, and this was the biggest decision I made getting started, from day one, I knew I was going to give it my all-in best effort. And I would not debate whether this was the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do, or whether I was going to like quit for a day or, for a week. I knew that I was going to show up and give this a year of solid effort before ever reevaluating. 6 months in, I was making about an extra $1,000 a month, and I was able to go hire a housekeeper. I was able to hire someone to mow my lawn. I was able to get a mani-pedi guilt-free. My life had become so much better. I lost 2 pant sizes with PIO. I was in the best shape of my life. I was like, I'm never quitting. So I've been doing this now it'll be 6 years in July. And at about the 2.5 month mark, or 2.5 year mark, I more than doubled my full-time nonprofit income and was able to make the decision confidently to quit that job and become a full-time coach. And that's been an amazing thing. So I get the flexibility to do this job whenever, wherever I want. I get to create opportunity, I get to promote myself, and I get to create whatever income. There are no income caps here. It does require work, but you are never going to hit a ceiling with the Beachbody coaching opportunity. There's no limit to what you can earn as a coach. So, well, how do you earn money? Lots of ways. You earn 25% commission off of anything that you sell. You also save 25% off of your own purchases. So you get that perk of getting a wholesale purchase price instead of retail. We also have challenge pack bonuses. That's about a 33% commission. If someone gets started with one of our bundle packages, you can actually earn team bonuses, like additional income off of the performance of the team that you start to develop and grow. That's really how you compound your income in this business, is that you duplicate yourself by growing a team. You also can create residual commission off of Beachbody On Demand. Beachbody on Demand, our demand has gone up. I think last month it was 300%. I think we're like evening out about a 200% increase overall since COVID shutdown happened. We are on an upward tick for sure. And, you know, even if Beachbody On Demand was your only jam, you could create a significant amount of income from the residual commissions off of those subscriptions if you had consistent effort over time. You can also earn, and yes, we are going to be doing trips again, you guys. It's going to happen. But we also get the opportunity to earn trips, rewards, recognition. And these are not just trips for you. You get to bring your spouse or a significant other or a friend, which is really, really amazing to me. When I earned my first Success Club trip, it was a cruise, and I got to bring my husband. Now, my husband had been the income earner, the breadwinner, if you will, our entire marriage. That was the first time that I got to do something and treat him to something amazing like a trip. So it meant a lot to me to be able to do that. As you grow in leadership in this business, you guys, this is bananas, but you also have the opportunity to qualify for profit sharing bonuses, quarterly profit sharing bonuses from Beachbody, which can be very, very exciting. So let's get really real, okay? There's a lot of ways to earn income, but what does that look like for a brand new coach in your first, let's say, 3 months as a coach? So most of our coaches, we teach you to help people with the total solution, which includes nutritional support, Beachbody On Demand, our challenge group support. And so when you help people with a challenge pack, this is how this could look in 3 months' time. Let's say you help Sally and Jen and Shelly in May. You're gonna earn about $150 in May, month 1. In month 2, June, all of the people who you helped in May, they're gonna receive their second bag of Shakeology. So you're gonna receive $97 in residual earnings for their second order. Then you're going to help Megan and Joe and Mary. And so you're going to earn another $150 in June. So that's $247 month 2. In July, you're going to rinse and repeat. So your May customers are going to order their third bag of Shakeology. Your June customers are going to order their second bag of Shakeology. Your July clients, you're going to help Aaron and Sarah and John. So you just made an extra $741 over 3 months. Now, I don't know about you, but that's significant in my life. Like, an extra $700 is not something I'm going to turn down. And it wasn't by helping 30 people or 300 people. It was by helping 3, just 3 every single month. But $741 is pretty exciting, but what if you are a go-getter? What if you decide, you know what, I'm gonna see if I could double that goal, and you decide to help 6 people each month instead of just 3? Well, doubling your effort obviously is gonna double your income, which would be another $1,485 to your family in just 3 months' time. Now, I don't know about you, but in today's world where so many people are needing supplemental income, that's pretty exciting to me, because what we are doing right now is in such high demand. So there is no shortage of people who need our help, both in being physically healthy as well as financially healthy. So again, Beachbody doesn't guarantee any level of success. You can go to our coach office to see a statement of independent coach earnings, but that is what we teach on our team. So what I want you to do right now, and if you'll entertain me in the chat, I literally want you to write for the first names of 3 people that you could help right now, that you know they have been, maybe you've been having lunch with them for the past 10 years, and the only thing you talk about is how upset you are about like how you guys, you know, hate your jeans and like you want to lose weight or that 10 pounds or whatever. Like, who are the 3 people that you would want to do this with? I'm sure you have them on the top of your head. Go ahead and drop those 3 names in the chat while I talk about the benefits of being a coach. So there are some other benefits that you should know about in addition to earning income. Of course, I'm not a CPA. My dad is a CPA in the family, so always consult your professional. But as a business owner, you get to have the benefit of tax write-offs. So like a portion of our house is a write-off, our phones are a write-off, my computer is a business expense. And so sometimes it's not about how much money you make, but it's about how much money you keep. And one of the things, I don't know if you've read a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, but one of the things that really sets the wealthy apart from people who struggle financially is that the wealthy open up a business as soon as possible so that they can have some of these benefits like tax write-offs. So that could be huge for you. If you don't have a financial vehicle that is helping you write off some of those expenses, that's what Beachbody coaching can do for you. Of course, you are your own boss. So that begs the question, like, would you hire yourself? Like, heck, I knew I was a freaking hard worker. I was the hardest worker, you guys. Like, I was desperate for people to recognize my effort. I would work until wee hours of the night for a nonprofit job that wasn't paying me my worth. So can you imagine if you took that same effort and you just applied it to doing something incredible for yourself? You get to determine your hours, your dress code, your goals. You get to work anywhere from Wi-Fi. I've worked poolside, which is the most heavenly thing. I've worked on the balcony of a cruise ship, and that's not too shabby either. So anywhere, and it's a joy because I get to check in with people that I genuinely care about while enjoying time with my family and really traveling the world. You get supplemental income, obviously, if you work for it. That I want to be very clear, like, yes, you have to be a person that takes action. We have all the systems that will tell you exactly what to do and train you. Oh my gosh, so much training and support that is absolutely free. You just have to be teachable and willing to take action on what we teach you. The community, you are connected with others who genuinely want you to succeed. I don't know about you, but like in the corporate world, I always felt like I was playing politics where it was like everyone was trying to jockey for the next promotion or like outshine the next person. Guys, with Beachbody coaching, we want everyone to shine. We want to celebrate every achievement you make. There is nobody that is competing with you when it comes to coaching. We all want to help each other succeed, and we have an abundant mindset that really sets us apart. And of course, you get to live a healthy lifestyle. I think the thing that sets this opportunity apart from other network marketing opportunities that I know about is that we actually get to become the best version of ourselves. This is a personal development program with a compensation plan. You get to learn how to live a healthy lifestyle and help other people do the same. It's transformational, not transactional. In other words, when you engage with someone and connect them into our groups, it's not like you're selling them a widget, you know, like, as amazing as lipstick can be, I'm not going to call someone tomorrow and say, hey, do you need to talk through like how to use the lipstick, or did it change your life? Like, those texts are never going to come my way where they're like, this color of red is amazing and it's changed my, that's not happening. But I get texts every single week from people who are like, I can't believe how much more this is than I ever thought. I can't believe that I was able to lose 5 pounds this week. Like, celebration texts always are coming my way, and it just, the bug just flew into my mouth. I'm just gonna own that right now. I just ate a bug. Hold on a second. I'm not even kidding. I'm almost joking. Okay. Real life, people. So what are the options? You guys, like, seriously, you can join as a coach with one of our challenge pack bundles. If you have already purchased a bundle, you can activate your coach account free. Like, seriously, it's a two-step process. You just activate your coach account. Your $40 coach membership fee is waived. You have your annual membership to Beachbody On Demand, your first shipment of Shakeology, or the Performance Stack subscription. And on the business, as well as anything that we produce, you have a 30-day money-back, bottom-of-the-bag guarantee. I just don't know any other business out there that will give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. So that means you can plug into our team, go through the entire training, decide it's the worst decision ever, that you hate everyone, and that you can get your money back. Like, to me, that's pretty incredible. That's not what's going to happen. You're going to love it, and you're going to, like, run with it, but you have zero risk. Zero risk. There's an ongoing business service fee of $15.95. That is your overhead for all of the brand awareness, media promotion, your websites, all of the things. Beachbody actually has a customer lead program you should be aware of that you can qualify for. Do you know how many customer leads I got from Beachbody last month? And it's not because I've been a coach for 6 years. I want to be very clear. My rank or whatever I've achieved in this business has nothing to do with the amount of leads that I got from Beachbody last month. I got over 50 free customer leads. So is that normal? No, it's not normal. It's a sign of what's happening in the world and the demand that suddenly we are experiencing. But that's opportunity for you if you want to take a hold of it and run with it. What are the options? Well, you can get started tonight as a coach. You can reach out to the person who invited you and say, I'm ready. I'm just going to trust the process. I'm ready. I'm so fired up. Let's do this. Or you can, like, get plugged in as a customer. We would love to have you in our group and support you as you reach your goals. Either way is absolutely fantastic. Okay, I think that's it. So here's what I want to encourage you. I just want you to think about what your life could look like a year from now if you just decided to go for it and give it your all-in best effort. And that best effort could be 5 or 10 or 15 hours a week. Like, you get to set what time you put toward this. You get to determine your goals. You have a team that really is here to work for you. It's not the other way around. This team shows up day in and day out to work toward your success. You have to put in the work, but we're here to support you every single step of the way. What would an extra $700 do for you and your family in the next 3 months? Would it help pay your mortgage or a car payment, or maybe pay off some student loan debt or credit card debt? Or would it finally start that savings account that you've always thought you wanted to have, but you never ever seemed to have enough at the end of the month to put into the savings account? I will tell you right now, we have a savings account, and that to me is financial security and freedom, is the ability to feel like we have a little bit of buffer when life gets tough. So the person who reached out to you tonight to come to this call is going to reach out to you and ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you at? Are you a 1 where you're just, don't think that this is the right opportunity to you? Are you a 5 where you're like interested but have some questions? Or are you a 10 and you're ready to get started? Because I'll tell you what, we are all looking to run with those who are ready to make a difference and have a significant impact in this world. So with that, I want to say thank you for spending the last 50 minutes with us. Thank you for taking time away from your family to learn about something that can make your life absolutely better. I pray that you will run with it and that we will see you announced on our team pages and get to celebrate your journey here when we regroup next time in a couple of weeks. So with that, I just want to say have a great night and be looking for the message when it's invited to. Bye, everyone.